Hi everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today I thought I would do some meal prep for you. Not sure where this day is going to go. I know that I have certain things that I would like to get done and get prepped for the week, so I just thought I would take you along and show you what I'm doing. I'll also cover my meal plan. I'm going to cover it in the meal prep this week, but I think I'm going to start filming that separately, maybe midweek, just to kind of show you what my plan is for the upcoming week. So let me know your thoughts on that. All right, so there's going to be some construction going on. My husband's working in the basement today, so you're going to hear some saws and stuff in the background. And I'm clearly minimal, like, I hate to say it, but I didn't take my makeup off yesterday, so this is yesterday's makeup. So I could take the time to get in his way, go downstairs to my bathroom and get ready, and put off meal prepping, which you know how that goes. If you don't meal prep when you're in the mood to meal prep, then it kind of gets delayed a little bit and you don't get done what you want to get done. So I could have done that, or I just kind of brushed my hair, threw my clothes on, and said, you know what, let me jump into this. I can always shower after I'm done or when I get a lull in the moment, so I'm not in his way. So this is what we're getting today, but at least I'm going to get done what I want to get done. All right, so with that said, don't forget to give me a thumbs up for, you know, for my channel and for me and the video, and give me some comments below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I think we have fun here. All right, so with that said, let's get started meal prepping. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my brown rice into my rice cooker. And I've talked about this rice cooker before. I love it because of the fact that I just throw it in there and just let it go and it does its thing. Takes about 30 to 45 minutes. I really never timed it. I just let it do its thing. It beeps and tells me when it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. And this is the brown rice that I'm using today. I'm just the regular Walmart brand. No, nothing fancy, nothing special. I went ahead and rinsed 2 cups of rice, and the reason why I rinsed the rice is so that it kind of removes some of the starches. Does it make a difference? I don't know. I've always just rinsed it. So I'm gonna put 2 cups of the rinsed rice in there, and I'm gonna put 4 cups of water in there just based on the package directions. And then I'm gonna close it and let it do its thing. Let me get this started, and then I'll go over my menu with you and tell you what I'm doing this week. And again, foolproof. I know I can make this in my Instant Pot. I still have not perfected the brown rice in my Instant Pot yet, so I know it's just trial and error, and I just have to kind of get the ratios right. But my thing is that I know how to do it in this. I already have this appliance. It's super easy. It's foolproof. So I just continue to use this. All right, so I have 4 cups of water in there, 2 cups of rice. Again, super simple. Shut it. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna hit the brown rice button and let it go. That's it. I mean, that's it. It's super easy. All right, so forgive my handwriting, but here is our menu for the week. We're gonna have Philly steak sandwiches. So Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, I have made those before. I'm going to probably film that on what I ate today so that I could show you a different way that I've been making that. We're gonna have spaghetti. We're gonna have chicken stir fry. I have chicken sausages that are in the fridge. I may make those. I may have chili dogs, so that one may change. I bought the hard and soft taco kit this week for my grocery haul, and I'll link my grocery haul below. So we're gonna have tacos and refried beans, and I already had the refried beans in the freezer, so I had just done a meal prep and made a big batch of those. And then I have some steaks downstairs that I got with when I did my meat bundle. So I still have those downstairs. So we're gonna have steak and baked potatoes one day. And then here are some of the things that I'm gonna make today. The reason why I'm making the rice is because I'm gonna have the Thai pineapple fried rice. We're gonna have my taco meat already done, and I'm gonna whip up some candy apple salad. Now, whatever else I do on this list, I'm not sure, but those are definitely the things that I'm gonna make today. I'll probably prep something for my breakfast too. So once I get my breakfast figured out, I'm kind of thinking on that. I might make a couple of overnight oats. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. I've really been enjoying my scrambled eggs in the morning, so I may just stick with that. So, all right, with that said, let me figure out what I'm going to do next, and I will come right back. Okay, so I forgot I wanted to make myself some sweet potatoes this week, so I'm just gonna go ahead and poke them. I find it's the easiest way just to do this. And then I'm gonna pop them into my Instant Pot. Poke, poke, poke. And I'm gonna put these in the Instant Pot for, there's a little bit bigger, maybe 16 minutes, and then we'll test them. If they're not done, then I can always turn them on for longer, but I don't wanna overcook them. So I just do this. I don't even know if it's necessary, but I do it just in case. So again, make up your own rules. Cooking is just a suggestion, not a science. All right, I gotta flip I have a rack in here and I had it flipped over backwards, so it was just doing something weird. I just want to keep them off the bottom. So, all right, got those in there. I'm going to put in 1 cup of water since I still have my measuring cup out here. Gonna put in 1 cup of water. Hopefully I've got you angled up enough. Nope, let me pull you up a little bit. All right, just gonna pop 1 cup of water in there. And then I'm going to turn this on. Manual pressure. I'm gonna bring you in. Gonna go ahead and hit manual. I'm gonna bring it down to 16 minutes. 1 more. Make sure that it's on sealing and we're gonna let that go. So that is number 2 out of my way, ready to go for the week. So I'll show you what I do with those once I get done, and I think they'll have time to cool. So, all right, so let me go ahead. I think I'm gonna do my taco meat next. And I think that what I'm gonna do is I may change up the chicken sausages and maybe I'll make sloppy joes. I love sloppy joes, and since I already have that big pack of turkey, ground turkey, I may just go ahead and make the entire 3 pounds, divvy it up, and then season it differently. So let's get started on that. All right, next up is our ground turkey. This is the ground turkey I'm using. You can see I have 3 pounds here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this open. I'm not gonna season this because, again, I'm going to season this differently. So I might add a little salt and pepper, but that's gonna be it. Everybody asks, I know that I did my review of my rock cookware, and that's the one I'm using today. And everybody wants to know, after having it for a year, how's it holding up? It is holding up beautifully. I am totally in love with this cookware. When something happens to it, I will replace it with the same brand of cookware. It's just, I'm telling you, it has been probably one of the best cookwares I've bought in my lifetime. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop my ground turkey in my pan. All right, and you guys know that I always have a trick that I always put water in my pan to keep the ground turkey or the ground chicken moist. And I have to take the opportunity to show off my pot filler that my husband put in here. So it's pretty cool. I just gotta make sure I don't hit it. So I just turn this knob on here, and this knob it's kind of like a safety feature. I have to have both these knobs on in order to get it to work. So I'm gonna pop that one on, and I'm gonna pop that one on. Like I said, I have the pan in a weird spot, so I'm just gonna make sure I don't hit it. So I'm just going to add a little bit to the bottom, and that's it. Turn both those off, push that off to the side. It's going to come in super handy. I know it splashed a little bit today because I was trying to pour it on top of meat, but it's going to come in super handy when I want to make pasta and things, and I don't have to carry that heavy pot across the room to the sink. So a little upgrade to my kitchen going on there. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn my pan on. We're going to go ahead and get that started, and I will come back and let you know what we're doing next. Okay, quick update. Our Instant Pot just beeped, so our sweet potatoes are done. I'm just gonna go ahead and let them sit in there for about 10 minutes. Then I'll take the pressure off and give them a chance to cool. So I'll show that to you once I get ready to pull those out, just to show you what they look like when they're done. Okay, our turkey is done. Just gonna show you what that looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off this pan. I'll get this drained and let that cool off, and I'm gonna just go ahead and separate that so I can go ahead and start flavoring that up for the week. I'm probably gonna do 2 portions taco meat, 1 portion for sloppy joes. I think that's gonna be our best bet. Okay, next up we're going to go ahead and let the pressure off of our Instant Pot. You can see the knob, the little button's still up, so it means it's still pressurized. So shouldn't take but just a second for that to go down. There we go. Just gonna pop that lid right here on the side. And then look at this. All right, let me get a fork. Let's test these out real quick. I know if I was totally organized, I would have already had that fork. All right, they're still, yeah, not done all the way. So I probably should have went 20, maybe 20 minutes on it. So I'm gonna let this cool off for a second, and then I'm going to get my lid back on. I'm gonna turn it back on for another 5 minutes. So that we're gonna have to keep going with. Let's walk right back over here. We can see that my rice has 2 minutes left. So I'm gonna get my Instant Pot turned back on. By that time our rice will be done, and then I will show you what our rice looks like. And just in case you were wondering how I'm gonna get that lid back on, I take a cup of cold water and I just pour it in. It kind of cools the pot off a little bit. And then hopefully it's cooled off enough as I'm dripping water all over that. I'm trying to do this with one hand. There we go. But still, see it. If it's too hot, it'll lock and I can't get it to turn. So I can't get it on yet. We're just gonna let that cool down just for a few minutes, and then I will come back and get this back on. But again, that is a nice safety feature that, you know, that it kind of gives you the ability to not do something wrong with this pot. So it's something like I said, I really like. All right, let's just jump over here. We're just gonna go ahead and hit our cancel button here, because normally our rice is done at this point. And look, nice, fluffy brown rice. Like I said, perfect every single time. Look at that. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let that cool off, and then we are gonna start our Thai fried rice. So super excited. I know I have a video for this, but I haven't made it in a while, and somebody had actually commented on that video last week, and then I remembered, I'm like, oh, I've not had that in a while, and it is one of my favorite recipes. So stay tuned on that. We're gonna make some of that here just in a second. Okay, so in case you were wondering how I'm gonna figure out how to cut this into thirds, I'm not gonna really do an exact science. I know that when you cook the meat, normally what happens is it will shrink up and you'll normally get 12 ounces based on your 16-ounce raw portion. So 16-ounce raw equals approximately, just getting my bowls ready, approximately 12 ounces cooked. So I'm just gonna grab a measuring cup here. I'm just gonna start measuring out 12 ounces and see if see how close we get. It's always fun just to kind of experiment with some things. I was hoping I would need a bigger bowl, but okay, 12.1, close enough for me. All right, so our next one, we're gonna get another bowl out. We're gonna zero out our scale, and in case you were wondering how I did that, I just hit this little button here just to zero the scale out. So I'm just gonna turn this way. Looks like we're still at 0. And what I'm thinking, it's probably not gonna fit in the bowl. Hold on, let's just try something different here. It's always a guessing game. All right, so hopefully I don't make too big of a mess here. We're gonna put our big bowl down here. I know you're not gonna be able to see that right away. Let me see if I can turn. Let me see if I can turn you. There. That looks good. All right, back at 0. So let's just see if we have 24 ounces left. Close. So not too bad. So 20.5. 1.4. All right, so close enough. About 4 ounces difference. So I could have done 11 ounces. 11. That would have been closer. But again, I'm doing this big bulk here as taco meat. So since I'm doing this one as taco meat, I think that's a pretty good ratio because the other one I'm going to use for sloppy joes. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to throw this back in the pan and we're going to make our taco meat next. Okay, so I'm sure all of you know how to make taco meat, but I just thought I'd kind of take you through the steps. Plus, I get to use my pot filler again, so I can't help but not get excited about this. So it says that I need approximately 2/3 cup of water. That looks pretty good. I already turned my pan on. The taco seasoning I'm using today is the Kroger brand, just regular taco seasoning. And that one is 0 SmartPoints. That's how it's scanned out. So I just thought I'd show you that as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and tear these open. We're going to sprinkle these right into the pan. And then we're going to let this simmer just so that it gets that flavor all into that meat. And then what I'm going to do is let that cool off. And once it's completely cool, I will put that in the fridge so that it is ready to go for Taco Tuesday. Tell me in the comments if you guys do that, if you theme your days. We still try to do pasta on Wednesday because Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day. And that's dating myself, so no funny comments about that in the no funny age comments. You guys can make comments if you guys want about that. Let me know if you guys have seen that commercial back in the day. I think it's kind of funny. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this heated back up, get that to simmer down, and then once that's done, I will have my taco meat done and ready to go. Now, as far as my sloppy joes are concerned, you guys have seen me do that before, haven't you? But if not, hold tight and I'll show you how I do that one next. Next up, we have our sloppy joes, and I have 2 different types of manwich. Yes, this is my trick for my sloppy joes. This is my favorite. They didn't have the normal one when I did my order, and I think they substituted these ones. So let's look at the stats on these. Look at that. I think the regular manwich is either 1 or 2. I can't remember, but 2 and 3. But I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to try the bold today because I've never had the bold before. And that way I can just go ahead and just have this one left and we'll have that one in another couple of weeks. So I'm going to get this can open. We're just going to dump that right into the pan. Again, we're just going to heat that through. Now, I could do this on the day of... the day that we're going to serve this. But I like to do this all in advance because, again, then I don't have to worry about anything. I could even pop this right in the microwave and just heat this right through. So, super easy, quick dinners. And I know I'm home. I mean, I know I have the time, but I'm still working from home. And some days I have meetings that run late and sometimes you just don't feel like cooking. I mean, please tell me that I'm not the only one that sometimes I just don't want to cook. And I know that I can't be alone in this situation. All right, so that's it. I'm just going to turn on our burner. And I'll let that go. This burner took me the longest time to get used to because of the fact that it's a triple element. So if I have it turned off, it just does that middle ring. But if I have it turned on, just kind of bring it down a little bit, it will do this outer ring too. I don't want to get too close. I don't want to burn myself. But it'll kind of do all 3, like the biggest elements. So it took me the longest time to figure out how to do that setting on this burner. But after I figured it out, it's kind of made sense. But after a while, it just didn't. It was just, it just kind of something new, something you didn't see every day. So, all right, so we're going to get these done. And I'm going to do my candy apple salad next. And then I'll see what's next. This is actually coming along pretty quick. So I may actually throw an extra thing in here and just have myself a snack. So stay tuned. Let's see how far I get. Okay, so I just pulled the top off of this, and this is what we want. You just want to be able to stick your fork in it and it just sinks. So these are all good. They're ready to go. So I'm just going to let these go ahead and cool down. And then when they're done, we're going to peel them and stick them into a container so that we can portion them out and enjoy them throughout the week. So it's a great side dish. And if you love sweet potatoes and have not tried them in your Instant Pot, trust me, stop what you're doing, grab some and give this a try because it is so good. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna need is we're gonna need to get some chicken baked for our pineapple Thai chicken fried rice. So I just have some frozen chicken breast here from Meijer. I'm gonna throw this onto a sheet pan. I have the oven preheating at 425 or 450, I think 425. I'm just gonna spray some aluminum foil with some cooking spray. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cook all the chicken. I have 5 pieces left in here. So not sure what that is, we'll get rid of that. But we're just gonna go ahead and cook up what we have. I'm gonna throw a little bit of salt and pepper on these and then get these into the oven. I like to have regular chicken breast with my fried rice. I just think it's better. It's just a better consistency for me. So we're gonna go ahead and get this in the oven and I will see what's next on our list. Next up, we're gonna do some candy apple salad. You're gonna need an apple. You're gonna need some plain fat-free Greek yogurt. You're gonna need some crushed pineapple and a small box of sugar-free cheesecake Jell-O mix. You can also do this with vanilla mix if you can't find the cheesecake flavor. I do have a video for this one already, so I'll link that one down below, and I'm gonna go ahead and whip this up. Okay, so my candy apple salad is done. It's gonna taste like heaven. I mean, it's so good. So it has the pineapples in there, it has the cheesecake pudding mix in there, it has apples in there. I'm gonna go ahead and separate this into containers. 1 cup is 0 SmartPoints on blue and purple. It will cost you points on the green plan because the fat-free yogurt is not 0 points on that one. So make sure that you account for the points on that one. Okay, so next up I'm gonna make buffalo chicken dip, and again, I hate to do this to you, but I do have another video for that, so I don't want to like waste your time doing that when you may have already watched that before. So what you're gonna use is you're gonna use canned chicken breast, and that looks like this. I just got this kind from Costco. You're gonna need some cream cheese. I have the fat-free cream cheese here. You're gonna need some buffalo wing sauce and some ranch seasoning. And you know, usually when I make this, I just kind of use the bigger containers so that it's easier and I don't have to keep buying those small packets. So I try to keep that on hand as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this together in a bowl. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done, and then we will get to our final 2 things, which is to get our sweet potatoes done and then also get our rice done. And I want to hurry up to get that rice done because it's getting a little bit later. I'm starving. I've been snacking on apples. I did save a half an apple when I was doing my prep on the candy apple salad. So I've been munching on that, but now I'm starting to look around my kitchen and think there's something else I could munch on. So I definitely want to get that fried rice done so that I can stay on track today and not do anything silly, because you know how it is when you have all this extra food around. I mean, I have all this good food around, but I'm prepping it for later and none of this is what I want. So I definitely want that rice. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and get this done so I can switch gears and get over there. Okay, my buffalo chicken dip is done, and you could have a 1/3 cup of this for 1 SmartPoint. So you can't go wrong with that. And I just bought a big thing of cut up carrots and celery. So I'm gonna really enjoy this snack this week. This is one of my favorites, so super excited. The color, it's actually more red once I can kind of see if I can get you guys a better, not sure that light's better or not. So, but yeah, it's got the red color of the buffalo dip, but apparently my lighting in here just is not going to show how pretty it is. Now that our sweet potatoes have cooled off, here's what I do. I just cut them in half, and then I'll score this side, and I just peel the peeling off. And I always like to do it when it's warm because of the fact that they just peel off that quick and easy. And then I'll just toss that in my sink for now. So I'll get another one, peel this side off, and then once these are done, they could just sit in the fridge and they're ready to go. I don't have to do anything special with them. I just grab the amount that I want and I heat it in the microwave, and bam, nice side dish, nice yummy sweet potatoes. So hopefully that you'll give this one a try, because again, one of my favorite things to do. They're so easy, and I don't know about you, but sometimes if I want a sweet potato and it's going to take forever to cook, either in the microwave or in the oven, sometimes you just don't have that amount of time. So as you're meal prepping, grab one of those favorite things that you like to do that take a little bit longer, and just go ahead and get that prepped and ready to go. So I'm going to finish doing these and we'll see what's next. Okay, we're in the home stretch now, so I'm going to go ahead and start pulling this one together. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add in some garlic. And I will point you to the video for this one because it has all the exact measurements in there to make it easier, and you can just screenshot the recipe that's in the comments. I put all the ingredients in the comments on that recipe. So I have my garlic in there. The next thing I'm going to add in is my frozen vegetables. And I have these, I've had them sitting out for probably an hour trying to get them to thaw out a little bit, but I'm just using these just plain frozen mixed vegetables. And I'm just going to use whatever's left in this bag. So we're just going to pop that in there on top of that. And then we're going to go ahead and start to heat that through. So I just want to get these a little bit unfrozen before we get started here. So I'm going to let that go, and as soon as that is ready, I will come back and we will start to add the rest of the ingredients. Again, super quick just to throw this together. Okay, so those look pretty good. They're all thawed now. So now we're going to start throwing this together really quick. So the next thing that we're going to add in is our rice. I'm just going to give that a quick stir. I'm going to go ahead and add in the soy sauce. Now, here comes the fun part. Hopefully, let me see which is a better angle for you. Right, we're going to see if I can put all this yumminess over here out of the way. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of eggs. Normally I do 2 eggs, but I thought I would kick this up to 3 just to kind of give it a little more protein. So we're going to go ahead and throw the eggs over there on the side of our pan, and we're just going to go ahead and scramble those eggs up. Give them a minute to heat through. And it's always fun to do it in the same pan. It kind of makes you feel a little bit fancy. I'm trying to rush it. I don't know about you, but when I have fried rice and I can taste the egg in it, it's always really good. Now, if you don't like egg in your fried rice, you can totally leave out this step. But again, I do like this. I like this when I get it at the restaurant. It's just really, really good for me. And you want to keep making sure you stir this because you don't want big chunks. You want small chunks of your egg running through this. And if there's any other ingredients that you like to have in your fried rice, you could totally add that in. This is just a basic, simple fried rice. All right, so that looks good. I'm just going to go ahead and start to incorporate that in to my pan. See that egg running all the way through there? Yum. Are you guys getting super excited? So good. Again, this is one of my favorites. All right, so the last couple of things that we need to add in is our sesame oil. So I'm going to get just use the same I almost poured that out too fast. In about 1.5 teaspoons of that, I have 1 tablespoon, and guess what? That's all we're gonna get. Adding that to my grocery order. I always like to add that in last just because it seems like the flavor kind of sticks with you a little bit more. All right, and the last 2 ingredients that we have is we're gonna add in our chicken. And I went ahead and cut up 3 of those chicken breasts. Oh, you can smell that sesame oil. As soon as that heat hits it, it just smells amazing. And then on top of that, we're going to add in our pineapple. And I just have pineapple rings that I cut up, and we're going to add that on top. And let me tell you something. When you have this for lunch, you feel like you're eating, you're eating takeout. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and let those 2 things heat through, and then I'm going to enjoy a bowl of this for all of my hard work. Now, when I originally made this recipe, it was for SmartPoints because I had used jasmine rice. So, based on that information, I'm going to say that this would make 4 servings. Again, I did make this one a little bit larger, but if I made this based on the recipe, I'll put that link below. But for those of you who are on green and blue, this should be 4 SmartPoints per serving. And then for those of you on purple, if you use the brown rice, I'm thinking this is going to knock it down to like 2 SmartPoints per serving. I'm not going to recalculate this today, but again, I'm going to say 2 SmartPoints based on the oil, and the pineapple is 0. I mean, it may even be as low as 1, but 1 to 2 SmartPoints, not bad for a nice big bowl of pineapple fried rice. All right, so with that said, I think I'm just going to wrap things up. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you're happy that I was able to share with you my meal prep today. I know I've been slacking on this one, and I will try to get better with it. But with that said, signing off, have a great day, and we will see you in the next video.